Matangkad, mistiso, at English kung magsalita. Bitbit ang kanyang backpack, palakad-lakad lang siya kung saan-saan. Nang mapadpad sa waiting shed, naupo at nagbasa ng aklat. Pagsapit ng gabi, diyan na rin siya matutulog o kung saan man pwede. Malayo ang sitwasyon ng 56 years old na si Larry Lee Baker sa pangkaraniwang dayuhan sa Pilipinas.
It's just the bad luck in the way things went. It's just, my wife got sick, the hospital bill, and then the client pulling out.
Sa Pilipinas, pinanganak si Larry. Pero French ang kanyang tatay. Dahil US Navy ang kanyang ama, sa Amerika na siya lumaki.
I was actually born in Subic Bay. My father was a first lieutenant of the US Navy. My mother was actually a surgical nurse, and they worked in Subic Bay in Subic. After 2 days after I was born, my father got transferred orders to Guam, and then my father went back to his hometown in Johnsville, Ohio. So I actually grew up in Marion, Ohio.
Na makapagtapos siya ng pag-aaral, napunta siya sa iba't ibang bansa, kabilang dito sa Pilipinas. Dito na rin niya nakilala ang babaeng bumihag sa kanyang puso.
I actually am in IT. I got into lead tech lead programmer's position for Stockcom out of Columbus, Ohio. My main function was going to other countries doing hardware and software for other countries. That's how I actually met my wife. She was actually working in the Bahala as a secretary to help put herself to school.
Noong panahon na yon, pumanaw ng mga magulang ni Larry. Kaya minabuti na rin niyang sa Pilipinas lumaki sa tahimik, kasamang kanyang Pinay na asawa. Bagamat hindi sila binayayaan ng anak, iyon daw ang pinakamasayang 2 dekada ng buhay ni Larry. Pero nito lang nakaraang taon, biglang dinapuan ng matinding karamdaman ng kanyang asawa.
My wife actually developed anemia. It's a blood disorder where your potassium drops, and she fought with it for quite a while. And she spent, I think, almost 3 or 4 weeks in ICU, and that was the bill on that was $500,000, and that just completely wiped out my savings.
Sa kabila ng lahat ng ginastos ni Larry para gumaling ang asawa, hindi nito kinayang gamutan at tuluyang binawian ng buhay nitong December 2024. Said na ang bulsa niya, kaya nagdesisyon siyang magpatuloy na lamang sa buhay at isubsob ang sarili sa trabaho. Subalit, may masamang balita pang dumating.
And then I was working with the call centers then, but the client pulled out the account, so they dissolved the account, so no work. And that right on top of me cleaning out my savings account got me into this situation.
Nang dumating ang bill para sa renta ng kanyang bahay, wala na siyang may pangbayad. Dahil dito, sinukbit na lamang niya ang kanyang itim na backpack at nagpalaboy-laboy na sa kalsada.
Pretty good. It's just the domino effect from it. This one thing bumped into another thing bumped into another, and here I am trying to figure out how I'm going to get back to square one.
Mula sa kanyang tirahan sa Pasig, nakarating sa Antipolo si Larry. Sa subdivision na ito, nagmagandang loob na lang ang mga residente na payagan siyang matulog sa isang waiting shed.
Kung totoo si Ma'am, bawal siya rito. Kaya lang, siyempre, naaawa din yung mga tao. Kaya, pinabayaan na lang siya.
Mga residente na rin mismo ang nag-ambag-ambagan para sa pagkain ni Larry.
Sa tinapay lang, sa water, tubig. Pero yung isa kong kasama dito na gwardiya, minsan binibigyan siya ng kanin, ulam. Tapos yung mga taga-church. Tapos yung iba ma'am na mga residente rito.
Sa simbahan namang ito, nakikiligo si Larry. Si Francis ang inutusan ng kanilang pastor na bigyan ng toiletries si Larry.
Ako daw po yung bahala, pati mga toiletries niya, sa akin niya pinapatago at saka yung mga needs pa niya, basta magsabi lang po siya sa akin. Ipoprovide naman ng pastor po namin.
Pero isang araw, habang papunta siya sa tinutulugang waiting shed, may masasamang loob na nagnakaw ng mga gamit niya.
I was coming back from the Antipolo church to go back down where I was sleeping at. They went through the bag, they took my wallet with my IDs. And they didn't even go through it, they just pocketed it and left, thinking that they were stashing the wallet, but just my IDs. The wallet had my bank card, my IDs, everything in it. They had my wife's old IDs in it. I had her PIN and her PhilHealth in my wallet.
Ang mga ID na ito, sana ang huling barahan ni Larry upang makahanap muli ng trabaho. Pero ngayon, tila naglaho na rin maging ang kanyang pag-asa na makabawing muli sa buhay.
I've got a little bit of coffee that they give to me, but no way to heat water or anything. My comb, a couple of basahans. I've got my umbrella if it rains. And I've got my spoon so I can eat with. These are actually library books that I got at the library to be able to read. I've got a small container for food if I have any food. And I've got the most important things, my paperwork. And just a little bit of clothing. I've got 2 extra shirts, some extra socks and stuff, a little bit of extra soap that I can bathe with, and that's basically it.
Nakaramdam talaga ako ng sobra-sobra ng parang eager na kailangan ko siya talagang tulungan.
Church leader si Grace sa kanilang lugar sa Antipolo. Nung una niyang makita si Larry sa waiting shed, nilalagnat at tila hindi pa ito kumakain.
Magluluto lang ako kasi galing po akong palengke, magluluto lang ako, babalikan kita, dadalhan kita ng dinner. Pagbalik ko sa kanya, nag-chill siya. Tapos, ganun, nag-chill siya. Sabi ko, why? Are you feeling sick? Sabi niya, yes, I probably have a fever. Tapos nung hinipo ko siya dito, mainit siya. So kinuha ko yung mga madudumi niyang damit, inuwi ko sa bahay. Nilabhan ko, tapos dinalhan ko siya ng bagong medyas, bagong pants, bagong damit. Tapos simula nun, kasi parang isang linggo siyang nag-fever, binibigyan ko siya ng gamot, tapos pagkain.
Sa tulong ni Grace at ng iba pang church volunteers sa lugar, kahit papaano ay nakakaligo at presentableng tingnan si Larry. Pero ang call center agent na si Ruby, na araw-araw daw nakikita si Larry sa waiting shed ng kanilang subdivision, naniniwalang hindi lang basta pagkain, tubig o pampaligo ang kailangan ni Larry. Kaya naman, tumulog na siya sa pinaniniwalaan niyang tunay na makakatulong.
Isang buwan na siya dyan sa labas eh. And yet, parang, although gustong tumulong siguro ng mga tao, pero hanggang doon na lang, pagbigay-bigay ng pagkain. Pero, short term lang yun eh. Kailangan ni Larry ng yung talagang sarili niya rin ang tutulungan niya para mabuhay siya. That's why naisip ko na ilapit sa pwedeng makatulong kay Senator Raffy Tulfo.
Nang makarating sa akin ang istorya ni Larry, ako na mismo ang nag-imbita sa kanya upang personal na makausap at maabutan ng tulong.
Hi, Larry.
Hello.
How are you?
No good, sir.
Yeah, have a seat.
Thank you,
Pleased
sir.
to meet you.
I can't get back into the BPO companies without a cell phone and ID.
Cell phone's very
Primary
important.
ID. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you get here to the Philippines?
My mother was actually Filipina. I was actually born in the old Navy base in Subic.
Oh, okay. So you're half Filipino and half
half French American.
French American. So I'll set you up with a good dental clinic that I know that will set you up with a very nice dentist. How's that?
Thank you. I'll be looking
That will make you look
correctly
good.
again. Yeah.
But anyway, first things first, like I said, I'll make sure that you'll be comfortable tonight. You'll have a nice place, room to stay and sleep. For the meantime, we have a gift for you.
Oh,
This cell phone.
thank you
Cell phone
so
was
much.
asked from you. Right?
Yeah, that's very important getting into any type of work because everything's done online now. All your resumes online, your interviews online, all your communication is very important.
This is 50 grand.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks so much for the help and everything.
Pagkatapos ng aming pag-uusap, sa isang hotel muna tumuloy si Larry. Sa unang pagkakataon, mula nang tumira siya sa waiting shed. Nakatulog din siya sa wakas sa isang aktwal na kama at air condition pa. Para masigurong healthy si Larry, oras na makabalik na siya sa trabaho, isinama na rin namin siya sa doktor para magpa-check up.
Based sa mga results na pinakita ninyo sa amin, no, wala naman siyang hypertension or wala naman siyang high blood. Wala rin siyang diabetes o yung mataas na sugar. So, that's good to know. Okay. So, sa opinion namin, medically, clinically fit naman siya to return back to work.
Siyempre, tinupad na rin natin ang pangako nating bagong pustiso para kay Larry.
Several reasons why the patient has to have a denture: function, pagsasalita, pagmuya, ang pagkain, at aesthetics. Siyempre, katulad sabi mo, kung makakahanap siyang trabaho, mas mainam na presentable siya pag maganda ang kanyang oral sa ngiti, kaya meron siyang business.
Ngayon, panahon na para bumalik na Antipolo si Larry. Pero, hindi na siya sa waiting shed matutulog, kundi sa isang apartment sa parehas din na subdivision.